Unconfirmed bullish TP signal.
Alright, figured I'd jump on here for the 1 a.m. candle, 1 a.m. Central Time candle opening up here on Globex. I much prefer trading the 4-hour candles, although tonight is not been a lot of movement at all, because we are stuck in this little range here. You can see. Let me zoom this in from here. Created today, this high created, well, yesterday technically. So we just need a little more movement. We're just stuck in here in this range. I am looking for more upside, but again, we could just kind of continue to chop sideways. I am looking probably to take a long if we can get some volume over this level here, the 16,784 on NQ. And I'm not comfortable swinging, you know, a mini overnight. But if we get a little movement back up into here, the 16,793 ish area, then make me a little more comfortable. But I may swing up micro long overnight with stop in place, and I did catch some of that move today, so that was a good. We are coming back inside this range. If you look all the way over here back to sorry, this is a 1 hour. I don't know why I was, because this background, I'm using Quant Tower tonight, so my rhythmic accounts, I like to actually trade those on Quant Tower. I do still have some on Ninja as well, but I really like Quant Tower just because you can click a mouse or click the button and kind of drag your stop and orders and everything. But so back from the second, we're coming back up through this range right here that created on January 2nd. That was that day we had that big sell-off, and so hopefully we'll get some more retracement back up to the upside. And here, just let me show you. So this is one reason why I love Quant Tower. I can just put that order right there, and if we start going above it, it'll fill me, and then you can always take profit and everything. So I really like Quant Tower for that. It's just super easy, user friendly in a lot of ways, so I really like Quant Tower for that. Let's look at a 4-hour chart real quick. Yeah, so here you can see we've just been chopping around tonight. We are creating a hammer right here. So even though it's a 2 down red, they've turned it into a hammer. So if we start getting above here, the 16,797, go ahead and put an order right there, and then it'll fill me if we pop above that. So we'll just see if it gets filled at some point tonight. Let me move it down just a tick or so. I don't want it that tight. Yeah, there we go. So 16,796. So if we'll see if they keep this as a hammer. If they do, then obviously that's bullish, and we'll be looking for some more buying and push to the upside. So we'll see what happens here in just a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes. Like I said, I love these 4-hour candles, and I think one of the markets is opening at 1:30. Check and see which market's opening at 1. I know there's one opening at 1:30. Just not sure which one. No offense to Bermuda, but I don't think they have a big stock exchange. Let's see here. I was thinking there was something that opened at 2:38 or 1:30 a.m. Maybe just because it's in the 30 minutes into the new session.
Order filled.
Well, nonetheless. Yeah, so see, they've already kind of pulled it back a little bit. So we'll see how this new 4-hour candle opens. If they start pulling it back down in past here, then I'd look for more of a pullback down into this. So 16,738. Let's go ahead and put an order right here. I'll go ahead and put a sell order right here. Wow. Should have been paying more attention. That'd have been a nice short. About 10 points right there. Yeah, more like 6.5, but still would have been a nice short. I'm going to put it right there. Why it keeps moving it? There we go. So 16,769. So if we dip below this, it'll fill me short. So I'd be looking at least for about 20 points.
Bearish PTC signal.
It's really windy here tonight. I'm outside of Nashville, but it's really windy and a lot of rain and just everything going on. So I don't know if you guys can hear the wind, but it's really windy here. And I hate I missed that short, but it looks like it's going to fill me here pretty soon. I don't want to get in prematurely,
Unconfirmed
but
bearish signal.
it definitely was a nice pullback. Let's look at the daily. I don't know if I have the daily on here or not. I should. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the daily. Yeah, definitely back inside. So if we do get a pullback on the daily here, I'd be looking for this 16,757 area to hit. I need to check and see if we have any economic news. I'm not 100% sure if we have any economic news tomorrow or not. Switch back to the 4-hour here. Oil's just barely there on filling me on that short, which, like I said, I didn't want to get into prematurely on that.
Unconfirmed bearish signal.
Wait a minute here. Is this the new 4? See something for a minute. I don't like the way that's... First time using Quant Tower on a new 4-hour open. I don't like the way that did that. I don't like the way that displayed it anyway. Alright, so yeah, so actually we already went to, let me zoom out. You can see that broadening formation I drew live the other night. Here it is on NQ on the 4-hour. So yeah, so we did get that new 4-hour open. Zoom in. I noticed when I was watching the streams that things weren't as zoomed in, so I apologize for that. Okay, so here's your current 4-hour here. So it did pop below, and now they're trying to hammer. It looks like they're almost trying to hammer back to the upside. Which, like I said, I was glad I didn't. I'm glad it didn't fill me actually on this. So I still got this order in place here for this 798, 16,798. Yeah, I don't like the way Quant Tower displayed that new 4-hour candle. And maybe theirs actually hasn't, because if they're anything like Thinkorswim, they calculate on a different time axis. So Thinkorswim calculates on the half hour, the bottom of the half hour, whereas TradingView calculates at the top. I'm just tempted. I'm really tempted to just go long. I'm just going to do 1 micro right there. I'll put the stop right here below this candle, current candle. I need to hide some of the, oh, that's the new week opening gap, a new day opening gap, I believe, on this. Yeah, this is the Lux Algo ICT new week opening gap, new daily opening gap. I don't 100% know what the EHPDA stands for. Maybe equal high PD array. It's about the only thing I could think of that it stands for. If anybody knows, let me know. But I think that may be it. Like I said, I don't really know exactly what that acronym is for. It's the only thing I could think of was an equal high PD array. I'm still learning some of the ICT stuff, so you guys will have to forgive me on that. I'm glad I didn't go long a mini. I'd really like us to stay above this level right here, the 16,763. In fact, I'm going to move my stop right there. And here's the reason why. So this is that big mother bar range that I'm hoping we retrace back up into. And it goes all the way back to here, actually, on the 20th of December. So if you're looking at the 4-hour chart here on NQ or NQ, I just happened to pull up the micro because I don't want to trade minis at the moment. But so it goes all the way back here, actually. And then we just marched up, triangle they out, as Rob would say, and then all the way down. And now we're just kind of marching back up, consolidating before, you know, market sort of figures out what it wants to do. We did fill this gap back here from the 12th to the 13th. There was a huge gap there, and I remember that actually. So we'll see what we get here tonight. If we don't get any more movement than this, then I'm not gonna fool around with it. I'll try to catch a few hours sleep and then wait till the 5 a.m. candle for London. In fact, I need to put that indicator back on my, I think it was called ICT pivots, kill zone boxes and pivots. That's what it was. So what this indicator does, let me hide the strat numbers so you can see it. I'll hide this other stuff too. Okay, so what this does is, and this is the plot on the 4-hour, so this gives you, so the New York PM high and the New York PM low, and then it's done the Asia high and the Asia low. I I probably shouldn't speak on this because I'm not 100% sure. But I believe the theory is if London takes out the high and low of Asia, then you get more of a trend. So let's look at this actually yesterday. Here's London. Sure enough, it took out the high of Asia and the low of Asia. So they brought it all the way down and then all the way back up. Or was this today? Sorry. Here it is. Here it is from Monday. So here was the high of Asia at 16,463. The low of Asia was 16,431. And then London low was 16,380. And then where's the high of London? London high was 16,463. So New York, so London took out, nearly took out the high of Asia. It definitely took out the low. So I think ICT would call this a Judas swing because they brought it down and then ripped it right back up. The strat just calls it a 2-2 reversal.
Unconfirmed bearish signal.
Because you had 2 down, 2 up, and then 2 up, 2 up. And then now we're inside just consolidating it, in this range. So I should have done this yesterday, and I don't know why I didn't think of it. Probably because I didn't have the indicator on my chart. So crossing up the high of New York, and then I'm going to make an alert crossing down. I remember setting the alerts last night, and those actually triggered. So we'll see what happens here tonight. But obviously we are stuck in this range, so. Alright, well, there's just some targets to look at. So look at this indicator right here on TradingView, ICT kill zones and pivots. Let me bring it back up so you guys can see it. Yeah, by TFO, trade for op. This guy makes some great indicators. He really does. Alright, well, since we're not getting any movement, just gonna let some things play out here and see what happens, and I'll try to wake up for that 5 a.m. candle. If not, then I'll be back. Well, I'll at least watch her. Excuse me, trade New York. Today was tough. And probably because of this Judas swing, and I need to get better at reading those. And I guess, had I been watching it correctly, you could look at this as a pivot machine gun as well, right here on ICT, or I'm sorry, on Strat. So you got your pivot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from Friday. And, well, Friday was here. But here's your pivot machine gun going all the way back up here. So 16,463. You got your pivot here, 16,499. You got this one here, 16,510. You could view this one, so 16,516, and then here, 16,578. So it just, I don't know why. I just, I definitely made some profit today, but not like I should have. I kept looking for a pullback. And I caught some of it. I caught from here to here, I remember. And added like $600 on an eval. But I just kept looking for a pullback, and I wasn't the only one. I heard a lot of traders say the same thing. So, you know, you just have to. It's hard not to get frustrated because you look at it and you see what you should have done. And you know, hindsight's 20/20, right? As they always say. But you know, I definitely could have executed better today. Like I said, I just kept looking for a pullback, and there was only a couple instances where it came. I mean, this candle here was just straight up. Actually, this one, yeah. So I mean, they dipped and then it was just straight up all day. So I do remember around that 10:30, 11 o'clock time frame, it just started chopping. But today was, like I said, I wasn't the only one. I know a lot of traders kept looking for a pullback, and it just didn't deliver a lot. Some days it's like that, you know. Some days I trade better in chop. Some days I trade better in a right, on a trend. But trend days aren't always as easy as a lot of people make them out to be. Alright, I'm getting pretty sleepy, so hope you guys have a good night, and I'll try to hop on a bit in the morning, so have a good night.